Hi, I'm Sonali Bhagwati. I'm an architect and I'm with a design firm, an architectural design firm called Spazio. I'm a director with the firm. Spazio is a firm which has been involved in architectural and interior design activities over the last more than 20 years. Spazio means space, and that is really what we want to emphasize when we talk or we want to introduce Spazio, because we as architects eat, breathe, live and sleep space, and that's what we want to emphasize, that's what we want to talk about, that's what we modulate, that's what we create, and that's what we is what we call our main forte, our mainstay. So hence Spazio as a generic term evolves from this idea that space is what we need to create for human life, human activities, and for all human beings to be in and survive and experience a great quality of life, and that's what we endeavor to give them. Spazio has been involved in architectural as well as interior design projects over the last 20 years. We have been looking at projects in all categories, which means hospitality, corporates, entertainment and retail, housing, in all these sectors we've been involved in. And it could be architectural as well as ID works. We have always worked from a macro to a micro level, which gives us a great vision to look at a project in a holistic manner, which is extremely important because one is able to look at many, many different aspects, which if we were to look at in isolation would not have happened. This adds a lot of value to what we do, and it also gives the client a great lot of value. We like to look at every project as a fresh opportunity. Every project brings an opportunity to think afresh, to create, to generate, to experiment, and to give an end product which is unique and fulfilling to the requirements, to the client, to the brand, to the image, to the maximum possible. Every project comes with its own set of requirements, parameters, limitations and whatnot. And the challenge lies in encompassing all these parameters, all these issues, and putting them in a holistic manner into a design solution which not only fulfills the requirements but also aims at moving many, many steps forward in creating a design environment, a design solution which is innovative and truly avant-garde. That's really what our intent becomes for every project. Hence, every project is a fresh project. No matter how many of such projects that one may have done earlier, they only remain as case studies. Every project will require its own set of thinking, its own set of working, its own set of generations, and its own set of detailing. And that's, I think, what makes every product unique. There may be what you call a sort of a branding as it's a Spazio project. However, I don't think any of the projects that we have looked at could actually be similar to each other because they all have extremely unique solutions. This approach of looking at every project in a unique and a fresh way is what makes every project also very, very exciting. And that's what we like to talk about, we like to do in our work. We have taken these opportunities that have been given to us by default and used them, combined them with technology and fresh design ideas to really create uniquely different and fresh solutions for every project that we have done so far. Talking about various offices that we have done, whether it is a built-to-suit project or a purely an interior design project, each one of these projects have had extremely different challenges, requirements, and hence very different solutions. I'll give you a few examples. Let's take an office that we did for a marketing office for a fashion SEZ. The space given was not very large, barely 10,000 square feet, but it had a very nice volume. It had a high height. So we decided that we must exploit the height. We need to pick up one good quality of every space or the image that the client wants to build, and then work upon that to really create a very, very sharp focus, which leads to a great wow factor. And that's what really identifies with that office. If there are too many elements and too many ideas all coming into the same project, then the project and the ideas, they both get lost. So our objective is always to create one idea and build it as a focus. Talking about this fashion SEZ marketing office, because the height was high, we decided to exploit the ceiling as a major design feature. So it's a beautifully waved ceiling which goes in and out and spans the entire office and actually peels down like a tongue to create a reception. It is a single feature that actually identifies with this office now. This combined with lighting and a lot of nice glass at the upper level gives the adequate sort of effect of volume, of design and of fashion, which really works very well for the office. Talking about another office, let's say it was an office for engineering company. They do very, very heavy, big-time engineering projects. The brief over there was completely different from, let's say, the fashion SEZ. The brief there was that we want our office to look smart, formal, tech-savvy, but not ostentatious. And that's exactly what we did. We took the building profile as the starting point. There was a major design element that they had planned as a part of the building, which was a small atrium. We took our cues from there and we derived an interior form that responded to the, first of all, the architectural space, and second of all, to a very, very conscientious and a formal use of technology integrated into design. This was really our focus over there. All the materials that we've used are very good quality, but not flashy, not shiny. All the equipment that is used is of top quality. And all the color palettes that we have tried to work with are extremely subdued, and we have worked essentially in a grayscale, but with a lot of textures that gives the adequate sort of freshness and, how shall I say, it sets it apart. It gives a little tactile sensibility to the entire project. The corporate areas were looked at differently. They are extremely high-end with very nice, very formal furniture and very, very good tech-savvy elements fitted into design like powered glass, extremely good high-end AV facilities, etc. The lighting plays another very, very important role. And the way you modulate and use lighting in these various different areas that form a part of the office is also very, very important.